Welcome everybody, it's Tractorchute here. Let's get game 3 going of the day here. Take a look at the upper left hand corner. It is the man, the noob man. And noob man, that's horse shit, because noob man is gold. In the bottom right hand corner, unless he's new and he ranked gold. Very well done if that's the case. In the lower right hand corner, it is the team I have missed for a while here. It is Team Copper. And for Team Copper, we have ourselves some Cake on the map. Cake's going to elect to scout right away. He says, forget that supply depot. Best move is to scout right off the bat. Very unique. Probably the first time I've ever seen it. So I'm already intrigued. Very intrigued on what's going to happen here. In the upper left-hand corner, Noobman's going to sit back for a little bit here. Not going to do any cheese, which is what I like to see. He's going to scout himself to the upper right and then to the bottom right, where he will scout his opponent there at a pretty decent time. We'll get down there by about the 2-minute mark. Opponent is still not going with a pool at all here. He's going to sit on 9. Probably going to go with a 10 pool more than likely, or might even look to go hatch first. Cake, in the meantime, realizes there's nothing there. He's probably a little pissed off, so he's going to head up to the upper left-hand corner, I would have to imagine. There goes the supply depot, so he's going to start that wall off. Pretty standard wall off going down for a good man, Cake. And the scout is going to come all the way down there. We'll get himself in the base. We'll see that Cake is basically working supply depot. No gas as of yet, so won't get too much intel anyways. In the meantime, opponent still hasn't gone with anything really, but he is mining. I will give him that. He is mining away here. Don't have any sort of supply depot here. Not really droning too heavily, but does have himself about 12 now here. Got himself up to about 175 bucks. So might be saving up for that spawning pool. And quite possibly I would have to imagine we are going to see that go down next year. Cake in the meantime here does have himself with the full wall off. That drone's like, oh shit. Stuck in the corner here, so he's going to get ass raped from behind there. SCV just going to work, sticking the drill in. He's like, put it all in, baby. I'll continue to face away from here. Well, you just pound my ass inside out. So there we go. Finish that off quite easily. And also, you noob man, you are doing me fine, son. Putting everything up in the upper left-hand corner. Love to see that. You know you're watching a good game when you are hiding all your overlords and not using them for scouting. So we will hide all them in the upper left-hand corner. 25 to 17 as far as the APM goes. Take a look at the income tab. It's about 500 to 400, so not looking too bad there. Proto tab shows us that we are having the spawning pool about halfway done. Refineries are going down at the other end there, so we are going to go one gas. Full wall off is done for Cake. So Cake will sit here and decide what he wants to do now. Have to imagine we are going to see a Marine come out pretty quick here. Did get all the scouting that he needed there, which I do believe he did see the spawning pool. Yes, he did. So very well done there. Seen everything he needed. So he'll end up getting out there. Extractor ends up going down there. Cake is going to take himself. Oh, Cake might be going to do something cheesy. He's not going right back to base. Might be looking to delay the third possibly. No, Cake is actually going to make his way over there. There's the hatchery. So the expansion does go down for his opponent, Noobman. And there we go. Cake is spitting out Marines. Has a lot of idle money there, but that is quite fine. It's early in the game. That is acceptable. And also has himself 3 SCVs queued up here. 2 SCVs queued, 1 building. 1 standing there monitoring everything. Foreman SCV Cake. That is Foreman Cake right there, making sure everybody's mining quickly. And says, all right, let me get a little bit closer over here. All right, let me build something. I found something to do, boys. You guys continue mining. There is the good old Marines coming out. And we do have 4 dogs on the map as well. So the 4 dogs will stand at the top of the ramp for him. And take a look here. We don't have too much in the production tab, but we do have a queen coming out quite fine there. There's the queen building up there. Take a look at the units tab. We do have a couple Marines, 4 dogs, and 1 queen on the map. So these guys will macro up a little bit here. It does look like we're going right to factory. Looks like a 1-1-1 build. Double gas down here for Cake. You'll probably saturate that second gas there. It does have an engineering bay going down as well. So very well done there. He's going to start to get himself some early upgrades, or might look to use it as a planetary. We'll soon have to wait and find out here. There we go. Noobman does finish up that second hatchery and has elected to get a roach warren as well. Second gas going down. So he's going to look to get into a roach build as well here. Still hiding his good old overlords in the upper left-hand corner of the map here. Does elect to get himself a tech lab so he can start getting the upgrades, get his combat shield, get his stim pack, and possibly concussive shell if he likes to do that here. So he is looking to expand, it looks like, because he has lowered the gates. No, he's going to wall off first, so he will wall off maybe off, and then look to build himself an expansion shortly after, I would have to imagine. There's the couple barracks. So we are on 2 barracks and 1 factory down at this end here, getting more supply depots as he has supply blocked himself. 3rd hatchery going down for Noobman. So very well done there. He's going into a fairly macro heavy game. And taking a look up here at his army tab, they're not looking too bad. 8 dogs and 3 roaches, just to the 4 Marines at the other end. But those 4 Marines, they got themselves a great big metal shelter. So they'll be looking all right sitting in that good baby. And we are building ourselves a starport. So we did basically go with a 1-1-1 build. So not looking too bad. It's probably going Marine Marauder Medevac, I would have to imagine. But we'll just have to wait and find out here. Reactor does end up going, or sorry, Tech Lab actually end up going down on the factory. So might be looking for some tanks or could be looking to get into a Hellbat or a Thor build. Really could be anything at this early in the game. Combat shield is going down as well for him, so very good job on the upgrades. Take a look at the good old proto tab. You can see it is all cake with the micro here. Wow, so what is our micro looking like? It's fairly even, 29. But Cake has a lot building. Meanwhile, his opponent just Hatchery's building. Not too sure what he's paying attention to. Not doing anything now. So, yeah, might be watching TV. Who knows? Does have a Spire going down there. And so we will elect to go right to the Muta type build here. No metabolic boost, so no sort of upgrades for his dogs. Meanwhile, the other end there, Cake's still going to work here. Still getting himself some tanks, some marines, some reactors, and a lot of supply depots, because you only supply block yourself once, right? And then from there, you just build a ton of supply depots. Just the way it goes. So we will continue to get those out. Still no orbital command out. I would not mind seeing that out of him pretty soon here. And could look to get himself expanded. So riding a fairly heavy mineral count here. So really needs to maybe spend a little bit, especially this early in the game here. But either way, once he does need to expand, it will be completely walled off basically up here. Or at least a good defense on the wall here with the siege tank back there. The barracks, or the bunker, sorry, and the 3 other marines. In the meantime there, we are just going to sit back and relax. So while we wait for the Spire to go, we're going right to Banshee. So maybe looking to do a little bit of Cloak Banshee. Also has a Widow Mine coming down. Also another command center. So looking at his 3rd command center down. And we do have of course, the layer technology. Still haven't got anything else other than the Spire going down. And we'll need to get the double gas down here as well. Especially if you're going with mutas, you need at least 4 to 6 gas minimum. Because 2 gas just don't cut it nowadays. And there's the cloak, so it is going to be Cloak Banshees. Well, Widow Mine will finish up there. That wall is going to look pretty good with the siege tank and a Widow Mine in it as well here. Turret as well, so really looking to wall this off with every type of defense he can. There's that Widow Mine standing up there saying, "Where do you want me, Cap?" Captain says, "I want you to come right down here, son. Plant yourself right beside that bunker and just relax until you get any sort of engagement." Up here, that Spire has finished up here. This is the most empty and I'm not trying to be mean, this is just the most empty I've ever seen a Q tab for production for our good man Nooba. Maybe Noobman is new. Maybe that was bronze. It looked gold to me, but I could be wrong. I have misread those because I am piss poor with my colors. I have no idea why. There we are. We are going to look to possibly expand. Oh, he's going to scout actually. So he has elected to send out the 10-minute SCV scout. Fairly decent move, fairly standard, I guess. So he's going to work stuff up here, pulling his rally point. He is going to come right up here. We'll see that expansion is down. Won't get much further than as the queen is there. But in the meantime there, it does look like we are droning the heck out of this baby, getting air level 1 already. So kind of a little bit early getting the air upgrades, considering he has no air units, nor does he have enough gas to really support it. Well, he does have 800, so I guess he's not doing too bad. But either way, I guess you can't get the upgrades too early, can you? Still have no mutas on the field, I do not believe. Let's take a look at our units tab here. There's 3 roaches, 8 dogs, and we do have the 1 banshee, 2 tanks, and 10 marines on the map here. A couple tanks there, so not looking too bad. Back to the proto tab. There we go. Mutas have finally decided that they're going to make their way on the field here. At the other end here, it does look like we have a Widow Mine moving its way out here. Where did our banshee end up going here? Did I miss that banshee somewhere? I feel so bad if I did. No, the banshee is... It's on the map somewhere, I do promise you that much. There it is. It is moving itself up there. I don't know how I missed that, but it's going to move itself in the base there. We'll have Cloak, so we'll be able to do quite a bit of damage. Opponent does not have any Overseers out, nor does he have any Spore Crawlers. So this Banshee could start wreaking havoc in that middle line if it chooses to do so. In the meantime there, opponent only sitting on the 4 mutas so far. Still has 800 gas. Larva count's up, so not entirely sure why he's not spending it on mutas or whatever he's choosing to do so, but either way, to each their own, my good man. This Banshee's going to stand up here. It's going to relax for a little bit, not too sure what it's waiting for, maybe waiting for its second Banshee friend, which hasn't been built yet, but, or you could just forget that he left it up there. We'll soon find out. Down here, it does look pretty good walled off here. Quite a few Marines there. Take a look at 19 Marines. Walls are not looking too shabby. With the 2 sieged up tanks and the Widow Mines kind of sporadically spread out here. Fairly good map control for a good man Cake. There we go. We'll continue to watch this nice looking hovercraft here. So it's going to sit there. Banshee will relax for a little bit. Opponent accumulates a few more mutas. Has 9 mutas now, so might be feeling pretty comfortable. It still has no Overseers in the map. So like I said, that Banshee can still wreak havoc if it chooses to do so. And there we go, 12 walls. So we're good ride on 12 mutas, 8 dogs, and 3 roaches to the 20 marines there. Won't go overly well for him. 20 marines is a very decent marine count. Does supply block himself one more time by mistake. Get himself down another command center, so we will look to get that expo coming out pretty quick. And other than that there, he did actually look to move in there. Did I miss that Banshee? Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, no, there he is. See? It's so cloaked. I can't even see it. There he is. He's going to go to work there. He's going to start cleaning out all these drones here. Not too sure if the opponent noobman's paying attention here, but he is getting an overseer out, so he must be paying some attention, but not moving him off the line. Very, very surprising. So he's really just wreaking havoc over here. Got himself up to 10 kills so far. 11. Wowzer. Good job, my good man. That is just going at those workers here. So he'll end up cleaning up that whole middle line before he gets anything over here. There's the queen coming out. He got a little bit scared there. Must have knew an overseer was coming his way. There's the overseer right there. So get it coming right here. Gonna go to work on that assimilator. In the meantime, his opponent has elected to move down with his mutas here. He's just gonna go to town there. Ends up taking out a widow mine before he can get buried. But there's all the marines. Engages the marines. That's not the best idea. Not even stemmed up, and they're still massacring through him. So like I say, not the greatest engagement for him there. And did he end up cleaning up that banshee? Yes, he did. So finally cleaned up the banshee here and has himself a few more mutas left here, but they end up going down to the turrets in that base here. Did manage to expand off of that, so not too shabby at a noobman. And his creep spread actually isn't overly bad by no means, but it is a little bit weak, but he is moving it out there. And there we go. Marauder has says, you know what? It's time. It's time, boys. I'm going to move myself out all by myself here. Oh, no, he's loading up. All right, Cake is a little pissed off. He's like, I'm going to go clean this army up here. So there he goes. It loads up pretty much all of them, almost completely full. 3-hole medevacs here. They're going to use their jet turbo here. So we're going to follow them down to the other end of the map, see what kind of damage they can end up doing here. And this could be a little bit of trouble. Has 5 mutas on the field, but at the same time, once he drops this, they'll clean up those mutas quite easily here. So our good man Cake is going to slowly get up there. He's going to end up dropping himself right in here. I would have to imagine knock that expansion down first. But you never know. He might actually go right for the main and start taking out the production building. Should be very interesting to see what he chooses to do. And we'll sit here and wait for it, as we do have 10 mutas on the field now. So muta count has gotten right up there. Not looking too shabby. And here they go. They're going to look to rock right to the back of that middle line. Queen's going at him. He's going to have to drop here. There he goes. Does drop them all down. They'll take out that queen very, very handily. And they're just going to go to work. Oh, he brought the mutas in. And if he stims, those mutas are going to go down very quickly here. And I do believe they did use a stim in there somewhere. But either way, those mutas I do believe are just not going to be enough here. It does melt pretty much all the mutas. There goes the rest of the mutas. Got nothing left. They're going to knock this expansion down. Should see a GG. They're both rolling a high bankroll. They could both go on vacation after this game. They have enough money to do so. So they'll clean up that hatchery here with absolutely nothing left other than 4 mutas on the field here. I don't think that's going to be enough. That is way too heavy of a Marine Marauder army. There goes the Expo. And from there, they'll kill off the rest of this if they can. They sent in the last of his mutas here. Don't know if that's going to do it for him. Still, no, didn't. He didn't actually use stim. I do apologize there. Not too sure if he realized it was there or not entirely sure. I do know he is playing an off race, so maybe not quite used to the turret as of yet. And they'll end up cleaning up the rest of these. Is he focusing down the Marauder with? I think he was focusing down the Marauder with his mutas there. Not exactly the best move by no means. Shoots at the plates there, and that's where the plates, I guess, can get an... Oh, he didn't shoot the plates, sorry. It looked like he did. There we go. We're going to move right into the main here. He does have a few more roaches coming out here. Roaches probably would have been the best of the choices at this point in time at what he had to choose from. Does have upgrades still continuing on the Spire here. But either way, like I say, he's got so much money, I don't think money's the least of his worries, so he can build whatever the heck he wants. They're going to go to work, finish off the rest of these roaches quite handily, and I think that should be the GG as he gets stuck in the main now, and that layer is about to go down, and that should be the final nail in the coffin there. They'll finish off the rest of those broodlords, try and get out the rest of the drones, so he's still attempting to make a game out of it here. Still doesn't have anything happening at the other end, but once our good man Cake cleans up these production buildings, that should pretty much be it. And there we go, the rest of the roaches are going to come in there. He will elect 2. Oh, he doesn't finish off the spawning pool. This will actually be a little bit closer to the battle, but just not quite enough there. So we'll end up cleaning up all that. But of course, with the amount of money he has, he can continue to get this in here. Has 10 more larvae left. They end up taking out the spawning pool. That's going to make a lot of trouble for him. He did end up starting to build more units, has a lot more roaches coming out. Don't know if it's going to be enough at this point there. At the same time there, Cake has himself 77 food. Has a lot more Marines and Marauders coming up. Has a lot more Widow Mines and tanks down the other end as well here. So he's going to go to work. Those roaches might actually finally win this battle here. Does look like he finally got enough units out to finish them off here. Maybe not actually. It might be a lot closer than I think. He is trying to go at him here. Has 0-0 for upgrades to 0-0 for upgrades. It is Marine on Roach, and Roach wins. But he does have the reinforcing army heading their way up here, so they'll head all the way down the other map. And, oh, they actually stopped. He did not like that at all, realizing that his opponent could have a rebuilt army now. But at the same time, he did take out that spawning pool, which will be very annoying that we can't get any cheap dogs out. But at the same time, his larvae count isn't overly high, so not like he really has an option. And there we go. Everything's coming down the other end of the map here. Tanks and all. And this should be the final blow, as I do not believe his opponent can handle that with 1 roach. Believe it or not, 1 roach and 2 queens probably isn't enough to take out 16 Marines, 1 Marauder, 2 tanks, and 3 Widow Mines. So there we go. Cake has accumulated the army at the end of the map here. And he'll probably look to move in. He's got them all highlighted. He says it's time. And once the opponent sees this army, I don't think he's going to be a very happy camper. We are going to look to move in here. He does get a mutant on the field, so not too shabby there. They take out the one roach. And he says that's enough of that, noobman. I give you my condolences. My congrats go to you, Cake. Remember to submit your Friday submissions if you get a chance. Basically, win the game without building Marines, Zealots, or dogs, or queens in your offensive army. You guys be good. I will leave you with this. If it green, I ain't the man. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.